My name's Earl Rivard. I live in San Jose, California. You know, it's Christmas night of 1978. We had spent the day with my grandparents celebrating Christmas. And my parents and I were driving back to our place, and we were hit head on by a drunk driver. My parents both kind of walked away from it with minor injuries, but I was a little baby. I was 4 months old. I made it, but I made it with an almost complete loss of eyesight. I experienced a lot of alienation as a kid, and I really had trouble kind of making friends. I had trouble being understood. I mean, I can remember just praying day after day after day, as a 4 and 5-year-old child for a miracle, basically. And then when no miracle came, I spent many years very angry at God, and I spent many years very doubtful of His love for me, His power to act in my life. Just a couple months ago, this was in July of this year, and I see that I have this voicemail, and I, it's from a number I don't recognize, and I play it, and I hear this guy on the line.
Hi, Earl. My name is John Kim.
Years and years ago, my dad read me a newspaper article about the accident that had caused the blindness, and I couldn't remember the name of the guy who hit me, but I remembered that the last name was Kim, and I talked to my wife about it and played her the voicemail, and we talked about it, and we're like, well, let's give him a call, and let's see what happens. The first thing he expressed was a great deal of surprise. He just couldn't believe that I'd called him. He kind of hesitated for a minute, and then he just said it. He just said, look, there's no easy way for me to tell you this. My dad is the guy who caused your blindness. And I said, look, John, before we go any further, I need you to know, and I need you to know for sure and for certain, that I forgive your dad. As I said those words, I knew that I meant them. Like, I just knew in my heart and to the depth of my being that I wasn't just saying. It was like a release of something that, that maybe I'd been holding on to for a while. My whole life, there was somebody out in the world who had done this thing to me. But to actually hear the voice of his son, to know that this person was reaching out to me. It was just this lifting of this tremendous burden from off of my shoulders, and I could sense the lifting of the burden from his shoulders too. I could feel just the weight just fall off of both of us.
Fly like a bird to the Lord, my soul. I want to soar like an eagle.
I've thought a lot about forgiveness in the months since John and I have been in touch. I think that forgiveness is just absolutely essential to our well-being, to our peace. I've just found myself thinking so much about Christ and thinking about the forgiveness that He has offered me. One of the things that I learned in talking to John was that his dad had passed away a number of years ago. As it happens, my mom passed away, and John's mom has passed away as well. And I've thought many times about how much joy they must experience at seeing this wound faced and healed. It's a beautiful thing to meditate on, that kind of heaven is going to be this place where there is no, where any injuries that we may have done to one another they're just gone. They're just wiped away.
Though I may journey far away from home, I know I'll never be alone. I confess, bowing here, I find my runs deep. Oh, grace is more, grace is found, it's where you are. Where you